I think it's fine. It's fine. Yes, now it's working. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you said only brains are in America and in UK.
No, I'm not saying only. But like most of those people who want to study and then work in such companies, most of them study in the UK or US.
My best friend is in. She's really smart. Really smart. She's Nigerian. She's living in Nigeria. She's black, and she has never put a feet out of Nigeria. But she's working for Google.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, but she's working for Google, but they should have kind of office in Nigeria.
No, she's working from home.
That's cool.
Okay, so Google would look for brain, okay, only for brain, giving a value to his company by looking for smart people all over the world, okay, Japanese, Chinese, Russian, Czech, French, English, Moroccan, Algerian, Tunisian, Egyptian, South African, Brazilian, everywhere. He has a diverse, this is diversity, diverse kind of people working for his company, okay? So, what do you think Google would do with all those people? For example, I have a friend here studying and he's Egyptian. He won an award from Google, and Google is paying for 1 year of his study because he won this contest. Okay, and he's developing a program for Google. Understand? So he's intending to go back to. He came here to study and go back to his country because all his family is there. But the thing is, he's developing something for Google. How do you think Google will treat would be with all those people from all over the world? How do you think they would treat them? One better than another?
I don't really see, like, there is no any difference between any people. There is no any difference between people.
Exactly. This is what people want to hear. There is no difference between people. Okay? So, diversity and equality. The diversity is the fact that it is this company is hiring from all over the world, black, yellow, white and black like me, okay? Everything from everywhere, okay? South African, South American, Asian, North European, English, American. This is the diversity, okay? Equality now.
I mean, how you said treat them, you can actually treat them differently by what they're doing. I mean, this guy is like developing things, like always producing. He's like he's a really good like working force for the company, for example. I don't know. And the other guy, he's just clever, but he has really bad luck. He's like stressed all the time. If he's like on problems, maybe, I don't know, something like this. They cannot treat them equally because it's like waste of time, money, and things.
Of course, they are going to treat them equally. For example, equality starts by gender between men and women. Okay, if women feel that she is treated differently than a man, and she's really smart, smarter than another man, she might find another one. There's sure someone smarter than her, okay, as a man. But there is no difference between a man and women. So it's gender equality. Okay, so they will pay her as much as they pay the man. This is one kind of equality. I gave you one and the other.
Yeah, that's true. There is no difference like between like skin color, gender and things.
Exactly.
But I mean, if there's two guys work in the company and one is like really good and one is bad, they can't like.
You are rewarding the first one, but basically you are going to make them equal.
Yeah.
And the one who is giving more, you are going to reward him.
Yeah.
Okay, this is human resources. But as a company, for example, our example here, it's setting a pizza. Okay, it's setting a pizza place. And a pizza place, okay? How are you going to be diverse and equal selling pizzas?
You can't be non-diverse and non-equal selling pizzas.
Why? But you have now, it's all about equality and diversity. How we are not going, give me an example, as not being equal or not being diverse.
Like a discount for white people.
Okay, you are hiring, I'll give you a more specified example. You are hiring people like a waitress and as a waitress and or a waiter. Okay, how are you not going to be fair and equal or diverse?
For people from, I don't know, like.
You put a notice on the door, I'm hiring waitress or waiter. What are you not going to do?
If I'm going to put something like on the wall that I'm hiring someone, how I cannot be equal?
Yes, an example.
No women like require or.
Exactly. Or look only for waiter, or look only for waitress, because waitress are sexy and they are beautiful. They are attracting more men and more customers. They are nice. Okay, so he would put, I'm looking only for waitress. This is not equal, because you are just hiring a waitress. This is against the law as well. This is an example. Another one.
I can say I'm not saying that I disagree with you, but I have like my point of view on this.
Of course, I want to know your point of view.
People like different nationalities, different skin color, they're equal, but there is a difference between men and women. There is a difference.
This is the diversity is gender, is color. Equality is between women and men, and between disabled, not disabled. Okay, between someone who has a stress like schizophrenic or depressed, or and you are equal when you treat everyone equally. Yeah. You use diversity to be equal, and you use equality to treat everyone.
Okay, how about public transport, like buses?
Okay.
Disabled people have their own place to stay in a bus. It's not equality. Because
it's equality. I tell you why it's. Tell me why it's not equality.
Because everyone, like, I'm not talking about myself, but I know there's like people who's like, there is no like any place in the bus is like full, and there is like one place for disabled guy. He's already standing there, but there could be like 5 more people. That's how people can think. There is no equality because it's like,
Think about something. If you are, God save you from everything, but if you were disabled, okay, and you were on a chair, would you like to take the bus or not?
Yeah, sure.
So you want equality. They have their own feet, so you need your own proper place in the bus.
That's right.
This is equality.
Yeah, that's equality, but like people think that it's not.
It's not equal because they are exiguous in their mind. Their mind is not sharp.
I think that's the right word, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
They are not, because they are not putting themselves in the shoes of the guy who is disabled. Okay, I'll give you another example. For example, in this on this ad against the wall, you would want to hire people who are not putting anything on their head, covering up their head, or making a symbol on their head, like Indian putting or an Indian putting. This is cultural. You can go against the culture. This is being equal. Okay. Another example. You would say, I'm looking just for heterosexual. No gay, no lesbian, no nothing. This is not equal.
It's not equal, but I would better do this.
Why?
Are
you against that?
I can explain this. I don't really like this. I'm not saying that I'm against them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'm like.
But if you put that, you would go as a person that is against them.
I could go not as a person, as a businessman.
But a businessman, okay, you would go against the law because the law asks you to hire everyone.
Yeah.
Even a disabled, if you can provide like place for him, okay.
I would like if I would have like a bar maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I would never hire a barman as a gay. Never.
You can't.
It's my opinion.
Can't. Yes, it's your opinion. But against the law, you would go against the law. But according to the law, you have to hire everyone.
Okay, I will ask to hire like a barman. He will come and I will ask him, "Are you gay?" If he say yes, I'll say no, thank you.
But he can pursue your injustice.
That's okay. He will do this. I'm gonna pay some fees for him, and it's fine, and I will find. Because everything in the business should be to earn money because it can.
I agree with you. I agree that everything should bring money, but he is a person, even if he is. Okay, I'll give you another question because you need to forget that. Okay, another example. It's oh God, I also have another example in my mind. Equality. Yes. So we said, for example, you have to hire either men or women. Disabled, you have to hire all the religion, and you should not consider the religion. You should consider him just as a person. No difference between colors. Okay, no difference between gender. Okay, what else? I'm having one in my mind. It will come back. Okay, let's go further to the question B. Okay. Now, did you understand between diversity and equality? Should be equal. Remember that.
I mean, it's like
it's difficult.
It's sometimes difficult. I can explain why I'm not against it, but if I'm
because you are afraid that this bar would turn as a gay bar.
Even I can have a gay bar. I don't actually care if it will bring me money. I don't care. But the problem is if you have a usual bar and your barman is a gay, you can have this people in the bar, guys who is against the gays, and they can beat him, for example. But
he doesn't need to say he's gay. He's just there to do his work, and that's it.
Most of them look like gays. That's the truth, and why I don't really like this, because it's against the nature. Because all this nature, the part of the human's life, you should have a kid to if you're a person, you should have a kid to continue your life. If you're a gay, you cannot do this. That's why I don't understand this.
Okay, I got your point. Okay, so let's go further.
Also, probably because I'm Belarusian and Russian a bit. That's
okay. Let's go to the other question. Okay, so you do have this. Okay, what is this?
A pie.
A pie. It means that it's market share.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just show it on the graph, on the laptop. Okay, so we are in here. The question is, refer to figure 1. And the total value of market sales in a country in 2016 is 50 million. 50 million only for pizzas, okay? And calculate the total value of sales for the 3 largest businesses. How we are going to do?
It's 70%. I'll find out the 1% and just exit on the 70.
The 3 is?
20, 28, and 22. Okay. It's 70.
70, perfect. And 70 of what?
Like I will divide 50 million on 100, choose 1%, and just exit on the 70, and will be the result.
No, you have 70% of a market, and that market was
50 million.
50 millions, okay? Oh, you said 50 millions. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Okay, so perfect. So how much is it? It's 50 million of 70% of 50 million. It's 35? Yeah, 35 million. So just let's write that. So, where is it? What can I write? What can I write? Alors, je sais pas. Is it?
You should choose like a pencil here. Probably.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Voilà.
Enter license number. No.
No. Cancel. Okay. It doesn't
Maybe
matter.
you can check. Can we like text on it? Or it will say.
No, it doesn't work. No. It's fine. So we do have 20 from PP, 20% of the market from PP, 22% of the market from national chain, and 28% of the market from national chain as well. National chain C and national chain A. So we add them, we have 70%. And the total market is the total market share. The sale value is $50 million. So 70% of $50 million is 35%. That's $35 million. So the next question is explain to appropriate method or the market share that could be used to measure the size of PP.
Should I call Tom?
Yes.
Working? No?
Tom, I can't use the. Okay.
Oh, the pad isn't working?
Yes.
It's in a word.
It's asked to.
What's the problem?
I can't use it. Okay, go back to it.
What do you want to do? Sorry.
We're trying to write on it. Exactly.
So this.
Yes.
By
new.
Nick, all the trials have expired, of course.
Sorry?
All the trials have expired. Do you need to put all the codes in again for all the software?
Okay.
It's all right. It only takes a minute.
There's a code on the desktop, if that's the right code.
Well, the codes are good for 3 computers each, so.
There's a set of codes.
Because I tried to write and.
You put a code in on the desktop, have you?
No, there was one already there.
The codes are in Trello, so.
Okay.
It's all the things we didn't think of when we were.
And the other thing is that, of course, it's using not necessarily, it's actually using your Slack account. The next thing we should do is put some shortcuts, some aliases on the desktop for the different things we need, and probably have a masterclasses or faculty Slack account or something.
We've got one, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know whether that's as good as doing it because.
But if every one of those has got your Slack account on it, logged in,
it's not my Slack account. It's just my Slack account for that.
Okay.
For this, just for the school.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it should be all right. Okay, let's try this.
Mm-hmm.
This is live broadcast, so we should probably loading store. No, cancel. Try and expired. Enter license. So ID 7, 1, 0, 0. All the things that you don't think of when you restart.
Yeah, I know.
These guys cleaned all the computers over the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
which is a good idea in theory. Question error. Not that one. ID, try this one. It might think it's been used already.
Mm-hmm.
That's the right one.
Bravo. Well done.
That should work.
Should
now.
work, yes.
Let's see.
Bravo.
Yes. We'll have a chat later. It'll be interesting. Something to your relatively neck of the woods. Yeah.
Alors, we do have. Alors, what do we have? 20. Okay, we go further. Are we online or not?
I think so.
Okay, how did we do it?
Can you like, yeah, can
Tell
I
me because.
to open it here and we like there? No,
No.
on a browser maybe.
Okay, no.
I don't really know where it's. Like,
To be
broadcast.
honest, neither do I. It was on PDF.
It's probably on the like Chrome one.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Yes, really good. Okay,
Maybe.
so where is it?
Can you like push it a bit up from here?
Oh yes.
Yeah, we
it's
like.
broadcasting already.
Yes.
It's fine.
Do we need on the PDF one?
Yes, PDF one, please.
Cool.
Perfect. Alors, what were we doing? Explain to appropriate methods or the other than market share that could be used to measure the size of PP.
What it means by the size of PP?
How is PP?
Yeah.
You know that PP is a franchise. It's a big company. Okay. So how would you measure the size of PP without knowing the market share? What is the small tricks that show you that this company is a big one?
Assets.
Assets first. Bravo. Well done. Assets later.
Name. Like, yeah.
It's a famous Apple from the beginning, Google, Schneider Electric, okay, those are big, General Motors, Hyundai, Mercedes, those are big names, okay. From the beginning, you would know that it's, what else?
And probably cost of franchise also.
Yeah, yes.
How do you know there is a big company? I don't actually know working bills. I mean, if someone will ask you, do you know this company? You'll remember it's like you've seen like two of them, two these restaurants in the city center, and you already know there's a big company. That's actually it.
You mean a retailer?
No, I don't really mean.
In a mall, you would find retailers. It's fine if you talk about retailers. For example, the smallest one is Primark. The low price is Primark, but it's a big company. Why is it a big company?
Probably because it's like comfortable. I mean,
how many employees do they have?
I have no idea.
Thousand of hundred of thousands. So you can imagine the wages to 100,000 or several 100,000. So you can guess the size of a company by knowing the number of employees. They will tell you this company has 200,000. Means that it's quite a big company.
Yeah.
What else?
How many fees they pay? It's also different.
Yes, for why not? Not really, but why not? If, for example, the minimum wage is 20 to 25,000 a year, that's nice. But that would not precise the size of that would not give you a clue about the size of the company. But something in the company would tell you if it's a big company or not. It's a company that is having a lot of assets, like you said, a lot of money, a lot of this company is quite big. By knowing, we said, what like you said, assets. That's really good. Name, brand. We would say brand, famous brand. What else?
We said
employees. Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
I can say that, like in Belarus, as I know, if you pay lots of fees, but it's like a bit different. If you're a small company, you should pay more fees, right?
More taxes.
Taxes.
Yes.
But in Belarus, it's the opposite.
Oh, really?
If you're a big company, you pay like lots of taxes.
Yeah, I do agree. If you are a big company, you would pay a lot of taxes. So the revenues are high, the profit is high. You can see by the profit, you can see by the taxes they are paying, you can see there is a lot of indicator.
Yeah.
For example, within the company, how would you say that?
Some, like most of them are quite obvious. That's why I'm not thinking about them.
Nikita, I know you are really smart because I had a session with you. So I know that you can think further and you can find that. I know you. There is the other one.
Like, are they complicated or obvious?
Yeah, exactly. You go into a company and you say, oh, wow.
Intellectual capital, I can say.
I can see 3 of them. You go into the company. Wow, they are using so much.
The technology.
Bravo.
Nice.
The higher the technology is, the bigger this company is. Technology.
Just
go ahead.
1 second.
Okay.
У меня мастер-класс, я тебе позвоню через 2 минуты. 20 минут. Давай.
Your father?
Yeah.
Papa. We say Papa aussi. Okay, so the technology.
Yeah.
Okay, something else.
We already said employees, and when you open inside the company.
Equipment. The quantity of the equipment, the high technology, exactly. Okay, you have that. What the third one? And I would not annoy you more with that. Within the company, they need to prepare the batch production, for example, or mass production. They need.
Oh, like what do you mean? Like.
I know that you have it in the batch production and mass production. They need components, and to have components to be able to do everything. They have.
I can't, like, I probably.
Raw materials.
Okay.
Okay.
I probably lost it. Yeah.
For example, sometimes, like Mercedes or Boeing, you know that in a plane there is million of parts. You know the huge amount of raw materials they have to prepare this to build this plane. So they should have millions of parts in their stocks to be able to prepare Okay, so
let's say stock, right?
okay, stock,
Yeah.
raw
That's-
materials or stock. Okay, it's but d'accord.
Mhm.
So it's quite big, it's quite huge. So the bigger the company is, the bigger the stock is valuable.
Mhm.
Sometimes this company can just have an asset just with the raw materials. They have a loan just with raw materials. Okay, so this is how you do it. Let's go further. We gave many, okay? We just didn't stop at two of them. Analyze 2 factors Paul should consider when selecting a restaurant manager.
Oh,
How?
that's what I like.
Yes. This is what I told you to look in here. Okay? If you want to take it with you for your break. Okay? You know what? I will copy for you some relevant chapter.
Let me know.
Yeah, once back.
Once back. Yeah, sure.
Okay, you have to read it because it gives you a lot of ideas.
Cool.
Okay.
That's first one is quite simple. It's leadership skills. That's
Good skills.
um.
We are all skilled somehow, but for pizzeria, okay, like in pizzeria, okay, the manager,
Okay, 2 factors.
okay,
Okay, when I walk, like, when someone is saying, let's go to Italian restaurant,
mm-hmm,
because my friend, my dad,
mm-hmm,
he used to live in Italy for 15 years,
mm-hmm,
and I don't know what the Italian restaurant is.
mm-hmm.
And when you're walking in, manager is always standing like in the front of the door, and he's like meeting people, and he should look like Italian. That's Italian restaurant.
Okay.
If it's not like this, I will think that something is like not wrong with this restaurant,
Mhm.
but it will be different from the Italian one.
Okay, let's say he hired an Italian guy.
Italian guy.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's not that this is not important. I'm just
It's
telling
area,
you.
yeah. For it's area, probably, yeah.
No, it's not really important, Nikita.
Mhm.
There is more things to consider when hiring you want to make money.
Yeah.
It's not the Italian guy who makes if he's not skilled. Okay? How is he going to treat your employees? This is how it's important.
Okay. He should have okay, let's say democratic leadership skill.
Democratic in a pizzeria.
Why not?
He would say, okay, let's gather. What should we do today? What do you think? What do you think? It's a pizzeria, it's a small place. And it's employees that doesn't have skills. They just are waiter and waitress.
Then it can be like random guy.
No, Nikita,
No.
think I know that you are
That's
smart.
not, I mean like okay.
Like you are the boss of this pizzeria.
Okay, I'm the boss of this pizzeria.
Yes,
and
and
you
you need because you are in the kitchen, you are not going to see what's happening in the. So you need someone like to help you to do what?
manage my
Manage. Yes, this is the right word. Okay. First of all, manage what?
employees.
Employees. Manage what?
All this stuff like how you call them? Let's call like inside assets. All these things. Because he should take care of like
Manage the place.
Yeah. You
Yes,
understand what
that's good. Manage what as well. Grocery shopping.
Yeah, that's true. That's,
Okay, he should provide the things. So he should know a wholesaler, know about the product, know about the materials, everything about the restaurant. So he should have experience in being in a pizzeria.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, he would buy the right yeast, the right flour, the right tomatoes, the right basilic, the right olive oil, the right olives. Okay.
Yeah.
he should have some experience, how the quantity, how much I need to buy, and how much. Okay, so he must have an experience in managing a pizzeria. That's first of all. Managing what else? You said
employees.
That's really important. Not giving them, not being too autocratic and not being too democratic. Because too autocratic, people would just go away and quit. And not too much democratic, because otherwise the waiter and waitress would do whatever they want. Okay? So he should be directive. Okay, and knows what you need to do. So he should knows about management, people management, human resources management. Okay, what else?
I think he should not only manage the employees. How you call them? Those guys who come in to eat pizza. They're not like all these people who eat the restaurant.
Customers. Okay.
He should not manage, but
be nice with them.
Nice with customers.
So he should be like someone who is welcoming customers. So you are going to open a pizzeria. So you need someone who has all those skills. Let's see what have been said in the published correction. Okay, we read first about diversity and equality. So getting rid of discrimination between different groups of workers and treating them equally, which is a legal requirement. This is what I told you. It's all about the legal, okay? The same way, no matter what difference they might have, such as men and women should be paid equally if they do the same job. And giving employees equal right for different people, okay, such as different races. Equal right of different races, everybody has the same treatment. Okay, and the other question was explain two appropriate methods other than market share that could be used to measure the size. So they said number of employees, revenue, sale, and turnover, capital assets and assets employed, like you said, number of outlets, okay, the pizza shop, restaurants, how many restaurants they have all over the world, okay, franchise, how many,
assets.
Exactly. Outlet. Okay, because assets belongs to them. And outlets, how many franchise they gave all over the world, okay, or all over the country. Number of customers, this is important as well, okay. Mercedes, there is Mercedes everywhere on the world. Wherever you go, you would find a Mercedes in the street, okay. Sales volume, that's the same, okay. And the next question was analyze two-factor poll should consider when selecting a restaurant manager. Can you read them, please?
That's on the left side, right?
Yes.
Shows understanding of two factors of selection in context. Show understanding of one factor selected in the context.
Okay, that's not really the...
Yes,
here.
Yeah. Need to have customer service experience, marketing skills, communication, etc. We will be in charge of the employees' management skills. Overpriced skills in inventory management, which is also new business, so may need to be willing to work on lower salary.
Okay. What's the problem? If you have a new business,
I have the opposite need, like.
If you have it's quite challenging to work for a new business because you don't know if it will last long or not. Okay, that's the big problem.
I probably would give him bigger salary.
You don't have money at the first time. You can promise him. Okay, can promise him if you are doing a good job during a year. I won't stop you from having a rise in salary. So you would test him. Okay, you will have an opportunity to be the manager, not only human resources manager, but the manager of this. And I would open another one. Okay, you can promise him some things. Okay, some few things that you might be able to do it. Otherwise, don't lie. Okay. And he will see the opportunity. Okay, it's quite new. I can start with it, make it grow. You have to think as well. Okay, this is both sides. Okay, let's go further and look at the evaluate whether Paul should enter into franchise agreement with PP. What do you think? We do have this table. Okay. Yes, not the table, but that does. So he either go for investing his own money, which is $20,000, okay, to set up his own pizzeria and all the furniture and signs required for a restaurant, but he would have below line promotion and in the local area, okay. Okay, even if he doesn't need to go out of the city, but he needs his area, first of all. But if he goes for a franchise, he would pay $40,000. But PP would provide him with a logo, with a brand, okay, provide all furniture. But Paul would pay 5% of his monthly income, monthly profit, revenue, and PP would provide with the national above the line ad, okay, and the policies for diversity and equality would be provided by PP. So what do you think? Would he go for a franchise? Yeah. It's not all of Nikita, an idiot.
Should I explain this?
Yes,
okay.
You have to.
First of all,
you balance between two of them, okay? When you explain.
First of all, what about costs? Cost is higher to join the franchise, but it's like just one second, I need to remember. It worth it because he will spend like much more time and much more money on doing this like promotion and stuff and all these things. In the future, he'll realize that this one is better to join PP. Second is the providing all furniture and things, brand with the PP logo. That's really, really important. It actually, if it's like in a local area, it means there is no any of these PP restaurants around. It's quite pretty good.
What if? Because there is not only one subway in Cambridge. There is many subway. Imagine this is subway, not PP. Okay, would you go for a subway that exists already in your town and open another subway, or would you go for your own setup, startup pizzeria, and you have to provide everything, and you might do well actually. Who knows? Nothing is sure actually. But what do you think?
It's not the main point. Why? The main point is only 5%. That's really slow. It's really low.
5% of the revenue.
Yeah.
But it's quite a lot when you add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 5% in a year. That would be. What do you think? I'm not saying that it's good or it's bad. If you were Paul, what would you do? And why would you do that? This is all what I ask.
Well, I understand, like in a local area, it means there is something like this, but it's not exactly the same PP, right?
No, it's the same.
No, I mean, in the local area, I mean, in this area around your place where you want to open a PP, there's no any PPs around. It will be the only one in this area.
In these small areas.
Small area.
But the locality, you will
Yeah.
have many.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this small area, when you want to open a PP, that's really good because if it's a popular brand, like doesn't matter. It can be a McDonald's. If it's not like if it's in London, it should be better to open your own. But if it's like in Cambridge, it's much better to do a franchise.
Why? This is why I want you to explain to me why.
In a big city, you have lots of them everywhere. You should better open your own one to do something really special, maybe.
Okay.
To be like a unique.
And to look for a niche market.
Look for a niche market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You would like a Belarus, you would go for a Belarus food and you would have all the Belarus guys.
Yeah, for example. Yeah, it could work. But if it's like this city, population is smaller, it means that you can't actually go for a niche market because like you will have like really small amount of people going for this what you actually given them. It should better to go for something usual like a McDonald's, Burger King, something like this, and to open the same stuff like a franchise. Because it's harder to work on what you want to, but if it's already done, good marketing, much easier.
Yes, yeah, I'm not against it. You can, for example, you go for a franchise, you would have a bigger setup, nicer setup.
Yeah.
You would profit from their experience. Okay, you might profit from their brand. Okay, the advertisement. You might profit from the policies. Okay, so you are covered in the question of policies.
Yeah, and you will anyway receive some help from the PPE company.
For what?
For example, they will give you an advice of manager. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because
they might give some training for managers.
They're also interested in receiving profit from your setup.
Definitely.
If someone else interested in your thing, what are you doing? They will help you.
Okay. Now we've been nice with franchise. Let's be nice with people who are setting their own pizzeria. Okay, put yourself in the shoes of the guy who wants to open his own pizzeria, and what would you go for?
Okay, if it's a pizzeria, I will.
How would you think? Okay, I'm having only $25,000.
Okay, 25. If it's 25, I'll probably, there is only one way actually to open my own pizzeria. I would make a market research for a place where to open it because there is lots of pizzerias. But for example, there is a place, for example, not a Google, but some company which is against, for example, I will go for a niche market. For companies, like a special place, it's like nature center, for example. They all against killing animals and things. I will open my pizzeria, vegetarian pizzeria, right in front of the office.
Okay.
It will be full every lunchtime.
Yes, it's an idea. And rather than sharing your revenues with a big company, you would just open something small, okay, and look for a niche market, and do your own, and nobody would direct you or give you anything. And you won't go for below the line advertisement. You just need some advertisement around you, and that would be fun. So it depends on what you need to do and what you need to reach, or what are your objectives. This is why you would go for a franchise, or you would go for setting your own pizzeria.
Mostly it's about objectives.
Exactly. Yeah. So am I going with the franchise and I would be tied with the like rules and everything. I'm not being able to do the same thing by myself, or shall I go with franchise and free myself with advertisement, with setting my local? It's up to the person who wants to invest. Okay, nothing is wrong, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like experience.
Yeah, if you have experience, you
I know the one guy. He's like what, 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I just know
he's
him.
still a guy. He's not a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He used to buy a KFC franchise in Belarus. It was the first like KFC. And in the first year, he earned like a profit in $1 million.
Wow, that's good. And he can open his own things without giving.
He can do whatever he wants, actually.
But sometimes franchise goes for certain number of years, not only 1 year. So you are tied to them. This is why you have to think before going for a franchise or for your own company.
Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes you would invest money in your own pizzeria and then it will go down the drain and you would lose your money.
Yeah.
You have to be wise. You have to balance between, is it possible? Is it not possible? Is it profitable? Is it not profitable? This is what you need to think about.
It's usually much easier if it could be not your own pizzeria
Yes,
or
definitely.
franchise pizzeria, but if it could be franchise pizzeria or your, I don't know, it's not the second one, your own, but it's not the pizzeria or something like shoe store, for example. If it's completely different.
Yes, it depends on what. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your product? Okay, that's true. Okay, let's go to the second part of the questionnaire. Is about quality leader. Okay, so quality leader is a worker cooperative. What is a cooperative?
Almost like
Be careful.
there is no like labor.
There is labor.
They are all equal.
Yes. A cooperative is when the labor own the company.
Yeah.
Okay. But sometimes it's about shares as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're not completely equal. There is someone who is having the same, but they are having the same rights. Okay. This is a cooperative. It's equally owned equally. In here they have all the same share. Equally owned by 10 owner workers. Okay, so owner workers. And it was set up 5 years ago. QL produces bags, cases, and wallets made from leather materials. The goods are produced in a small factory using batch production methods. Okay. In the last 3 years, QL's revenue and profits have increased significantly. So revenue in 2014 is 150, then and 2015 in 180, and 2016 is 240. It's quite consequent. Okay, the owner workers elected Iqbal as the leader of the cooperative. Iqbal is a democratic leader. Okay, democratic. Okay, with high levels of emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? Did you read about emotional intelligence? This is really, really interesting. It's out of but in this book, you can read about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is like when you are young and you develop your personality by learning from your emotions. For example, the first time you would hurt yourself, okay, by electricity. The second time you would not go to touch the electricity. This is kind of emotional intelligence. You would learn from your own experience, from your own feelings, and develop a certain intelligence. Okay, and this is really, really condensed as explanation. But emotional intelligence is quite interesting to think about. Okay, and he is good at listening to the opinions and concerns of the other honest workers. He makes sure that all major decisions are discussed and voted on by each worker. Okay. Due to the success of QL, the owner are considering expanding by producing either high-priced leather shoes or low-priced leather belts. Information about these two options is shown in table 2. Okay. I'll leave the table and I'll start to ask a question. Define the term batch production. What is batch production?
I want to ask you before when you were reading what is batch production, because I can't remember.
Batch production is one, for example, you produce something made with different parts, okay, several different parts, and then you have to assemble the part, okay?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is what is batch production. We can read the answer from the published answer. Mm-hmm. It is in here.
First one, yeah, batch.
First one?
Mm-hmm.
Can you read it, please?
Like batch production is the word quantities of identical goods.
Identical. Identical. Batch production is where quantities of identical goods goods
are produced together and then moved on the next process.
Okay, next process. Look, you assemble those and then in the next process you assemble another part and this is batch production. Okay, so briefly explain the term cooperative.
We already did this. Should I repeat?
Just to make people understand here, because it's not only for us.
Okay. I should read, right?
Yes, please.
Cooperative is a business structure where the workers are the owners.
Mm-hmm.
The profits are shared with the workers as owner.
Mm-hmm.
To not have to run the business, they will vote for directors. In a smaller cooperatives such as worker cooperative, then workers may also run the business.
Okay. They can hire a manager just to take the hire because he has more experience than the workers. Okay. The second question is refer to table 1 and calculate the gross profit margin. Honestly, I don't like this. I don't like finance, but I do like finance in the same way. Okay. Okay. In here,
what should I calculate? Margin.
Gross profit margin.
Gross profit divided by revenue, right?
Exactly.
Nice.
So let's write it in here, okay? Because we do have this. Is it? Okay. Please work. Okay. Expand. Okay. So.
You should turn it on again. Yeah.
Okay. So. It's total revenue. In here, calculate profit. Total revenue. I hate it. Minus cost of good. Okay. By revenue. Okay. By the same total revenue. Oh la la. Where is this one?
You can actually type it, like text it.
Oh really?
Yeah. Can I help you with this?
Yes, please. Wait, just a little bit. I just need to finish that and then you'll show me later because revenue. Okay, so what do we have?
Gross profit and revenue.
Gross profit. So they have the table. The table is. Okay. They said the question is calculate the gross profit for 2016, okay? So the revenue is 150 and the cost of sales is 60, okay? The 2016?
16.
Oh, 16. So it's 240 and the cost of sales is it's 80. So in here, it should be almost, sorry, 240 moins 80 sur 240. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm speaking French. Sorry for that. Okay. So how much is it?
It's 160 divided by 240.
Ok, alors, calculatrice. So, 240 moins 80
60.
égale, divisé par 240 égale à 0.66666. So, 6 equal 66,67. You have to measure, okay? Over 50, you have always to measure. So this was percent, okay? This is gross profit margin. Explain the importance of profitability to QL. What is it? It's really important to have profit. Profitability, it's more than profit. You have to do like profit margin, like why? Why is it important? Yes, tell me.
I mean, if your business is not profitable, like profitable, it's like you're not doing well. I mean,
don't forget cooperative.
I mean, for them, because it's like 10 people, right?
Yes, the number 10 is really important.
Yeah, and
there are 10 people, and they have what else they do have? They do have a manager. Okay, they need to pay the manager. They need to pay the raw materials. They need to have.
It's not like it's not family business, right?
No,
they have their families as well. And it's
exactly,
like
they do have families.
For 10 people, they should have like a really good profit to earn money, like a good money to live or something. I don't know.
Yes, definitely. They are sharing their profit at the end of the year. Yeah. Okay, and they do have a salary as well. Okay, so they should do a margin, a profit, so they can share equally. Okay, and they can pay everything, taxes and everything. Shall we have a look at what it has been said in the published answer? Okay, so can you read it?
Yeah. They achieve the objective of the business. To avoid business failure.
Definitely.
To fund business growth, expansion. To reward owners. To make profit. Oh, not obvious at all. To assess business performance.
Okay, because if you make a profit, if you have numbers, you can assess it from the previous year and your objective in the next year. Maybe you want to start a new product. You need to expand to export to another country. You might think of resourcing outside, bring first materials from outside. So there is a lot of things to do with when you read your numbers at the end of the year, okay? And of course, to reward each one of them, okay? And to pay the taxes, to pay everything, okay? So it's the durability, the longevity, okay, of this. The more you have revenues, the more this business will stay. Analyze one advantage and one disadvantage to the other owner worker of Iqbal's leadership style. What did we say about leadership style here?
Democratic. It was democratic, right?
Yes. And what is he doing actually?
He's doing it well. Like discuss and vote everything, all decisions. listen to the opinions. That's the right democratic way. I think that is an advantage. And disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yes. I need to know the disadvantage.
Disadvantage of this way.
What do you think? Business is always about time. The more you spend time on a task, the less it's good. In the meaning of, if you want to do profit, you have always to be far beyond your competitors. You always need to think about your competitors as a leader, okay? Everywhere, not only for business. Leaders should consider the environment they are in, okay? So as they are doing profit, maybe they would have someone who would just come and copy them and try it less expensive and okay. So as Iqbal is taking too much time in taking
probably he should be more autocratic, like a bit closer
decisive,
to the middle.
not autocratic, decisive, not asking too much and taking to that. Maybe proposing solution and make people adopt this idea and go forward. Because you are losing time if you are asking to someone and then asking to have this one. What if you have a decisive decision,
with the answer yes or no, maybe.
Yeah, and you have urgent thing to do, and you are going to ask this one and then this one 10 times, discussing each of them, and try to make them all accept the same decision. You lose time, and maybe you lose this decision to take. Okay, so it's good to, when you have time, it's good to take the pulse of everyone. But because you are a manager, you need as well to rush in your decisions. Okay. Let's read. Tired? I made you tired, or I made you bored. Okay. Let's read the advantage and the disadvantage of the published answer. Can you read them, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
This one's right.
Yes, please.
Advantages: more details taken into account, better communication, improved motivation, shared objectives, vision, reduced employees turnover.
But do you think that this one is good? Reduced employee turnover.
There is no turnover.
Because they are workers. Okay. What about the disadvantage? But let's keep that in mind, okay? Because you might need them later.
Maybe.
Okay. The advantage of being democratic is to have more idea taken into account, better communication, improved motivation. You improve them because you are evaluating them. You are evaluating the employees. Okay. You share objectives and vision. You make people adapt your vision and reduce people turnover, because there was a survey that says that employees, the first thing they think about is recognition. If you recognize what people are doing, employees are doing within this company, you will just gain them. You will make them adopt your vision. Okay? The disadvantage is
decision may be discussed, but the leader still makes the decision, could demotivate. Time wasted in discussion. Employees may not have the full picture.
Okay. They might not understand fully the risks, but they made them take the decision they don't understand. It's not time to ask them. It's time for you as a leader to take the decision, okay? And to explain it later or during that time to others, okay? The last question is, not the least, recommend which option QL should choose for expansion. Justify your choice. And we do have going for high-priced leather shows, or option B, low-priced leather belts. Okay, look, the total market value for leather shows is $2 million, and the total market value of the leather belt is $400,000. But branding is more important than the quality. Okay, means that you might have brand new shoes, but the quality is really bad, and you paid it for £200. Or you might have the quality of the product is more important than the branding. You don't know this product, there is no brand to this product, but the quality is good. Okay, and the demand is quite inelastic. What is a price elastic and inelastic?
All of them. Like inelastic, it's when you're selling like medicine. You can make no, that's different.
This is elastic.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, when you sell like inelastic, when you, I mean, it's the price change in general. But should I explain it?
Yes, this is why I was about to give you that, and you can as well. If I do for you a graph, like no. I want you to explain me in a graph what is elastic and what is inelastic. Okay. Alors, here, oh la la, I'm really not good with this tablet. Okay. Okay, that's for you. What is elastic? When it's inelastic, when you have this as the price and here as the quality.
Quantity.
No, quality.
Quality.
Yes. Oh, sorry, quantity.
Quantity.
Quantity. Price and quantity. Shall I give you more indication?
I just can't remember how to draw it.
I'll show you how to draw it. I have first to, okay, this is price and this is quantity. And
like, yeah, supply and demand lines. Can I?
Yes, of course, it's yours now. Okay, if you want to. Yes, I'm quite bad. Okay. You might be better than me. Definitely. Okay, bravo. This is the quantity. What is price elastic and price inelastic?
That's the demand supply. That is actually price inelasticity. It's not.
Here, you have what? You have the equalities that it's neither elastic nor inelastic. It's fixed price. Okay, and over it, what do you have? Over this point. I mean this point. This is the point. This point, okay, is the balance. Okay, and here, what do you have? In this, in here, and in here. That's yours. What do you think? Here, the price is higher, and the quantity is low. So, if you don't find this product in the market, would you go and pay for the price?
It's necessary, yeah.
Yes, that's the right question. That's the right answer. It depends on the product. Which kind of product it is? Is it
medicine?
For example, a medicine, you would definitely go for it, and it's elastic.
Yeah.
Okay, but if it's a product that you can find,
like
bread, for example, the quantity is huge. Look, the quantity is here. The quantity is less, but you can find something similar for less price.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, you have a brand made not with flour, but made with corn. It's really expensive, and the quantity is not huge. It's quite small. Would you go to pay for £10 small leaf?
I don't know.
As a medium wage, would you go and buy that
Not really.
when you have a lot of bills to pay?
No.
So the price is not elastic for something that is not necessary. Okay, but, and here, this zone, the second zone, show it, this zone, when the quantity is big,
Yeah.
you lose your elasticity. Here, because the quantity is quite big, the elasticity is not, it's inelastic. You have to be lower price, okay? In here, you can produce a product with a niche market, like Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
Okay, like, I don't know, Bentley, like Ferrari.
Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in here, this is niche market. Okay. But here, it would be a Renault.
Yeah.
Okay. Quantity is big, the price is less, but you can't afford to make it really, really high. Okay. So let's read. Oh, can you write here, inelastic, elastic?
Should I like?
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. And then here. Yes, elastic. Bravo. Okay. So we explained inelastic and elastic. So can we read this more idea advantage? Is it this one? No, it's the last one. Can you read it, please? That one.
Okay, the high price leather shoe, large market value, brand is important, and Kila has an established brand.
Can you read each one and try to explain it?
Okay, yeah. Larger market value. It means that just market value is larger. It's like 2 million. It's pretty high one. Branding is important. QL has an established brand. If you have a brand, it's not a problem. The brand is important. It's just the usual thing. The high price could be charged due to price inelasticity. If you producing like high quality shoes for the high price to sell, they're quite inelastic. I mean, you can charge any price if you make them like unique or just a good quality ones.
But you have to be prudent as well. You have to be prudent, careful.
Yeah.
Okay. With what? Let's finish that. Let's finish reading, and we are going to discuss which one you take.
Okay. Competition is high, but brand could overcome this. Should I explain what it means? It's
read them all and explain them with your ideas.
Cost of new machinery, new distribution channels. Do QL have any experience of this cost? Question mark. For the lower price leather belts, lower market value, quality is important, and QL have experience in the leather market. Could use the price competition due to price elastic response. Lower level of competition could be made on current machinery if it's their capacity. If there is capacity, can use current distribution channel, cheaper option? Question mark.
Okay. So, what do you think?
I think.
Let's go back to the. Oh no. Let's go back to the table. Look, demand is price inelastic. Okay, and here demand is price elastic. And a new product machinery would need to be purchased. And here they already have the machinery. Requires new distribution channels and could use QL's existing distribution channels. Which one would you go for? Develop a higher price leather shoes or low price leather bags? If you were this cooperative.
I should better go for option A.
A?
With the,
You are quite risky, guys.
Yeah, and
you take risks.
I can explain why.
Yes, go ahead.
Because
It might be right.
I think it's quite easier to make a good money on a high price charge, because all your expenditures on the machinery and new distribution channels will be covered.
What if, asking you, what if someone copies you and made it a little bit less expensive
Okay.
and the same quality?
If they less expensive and the same quality, it's like okay. Let me give you an example.
I'll give you even small. Sorry, I'll give you even a little bit more. They're coming from China and really good quality, and there the labor is really cheap.
Yeah.
So it's going to be less expensive. What are you going to do?
You know this, like made in Italy. It's like Gucci shoes and Adults shoes. All of them made in Italy. Adults, it's a bit cheaper, but Gucci is the well branded. It's like this, and they cost like twice or even 3 times more, and people still buying them.
But it's a niche market. Is everyone going to buy an Italian pair of shoes, branded Italian pair of shoes?
I can say that people who can buy them, they will buy them.
You said that. Who can buy them will buy them. But is everyone able to buy them? Niche market, this is what the meaning of niche market. If they can, like Rolls Royce, if he can afford to pay a Rolls Royce, I would go for a Rolls Royce if I have money.
Yeah.
Okay, I would go for a Jaguar if I have money. But I have to consider everything: paying my fees, paying my rent, paying my food, paying my this, paying my gym, paying my phone, paying. Would I go for a pair of shoes that I will get? Oh yeah, for example, you said 3 times. With 3 times, I would pay 3 pair of shoes, good quality, and be able to change. I would not go for a branded one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has sense, but
so it's quite risky. Okay.
Risky, but like this one, the option B. If you already have all this production line, why you can't sell this and just produce them in China?
Because they didn't think about it. Now they are thinking: would they go for the option A or option B? I would tell them, if I was risky like you, because what's the name of Bill Gates, the one who did Apple? He took risks. He took a lot of risks, and it worked for him.
Yeah.
He made a lot of money. It's quite nice to be risky, okay? But sometimes you fail. You have to think about failure, but you can take risks.
But there is a problem that you also can fail in option B, because you have this like. I disagree with this like things inside. First of all, because medium level of competition. I mean, if you produce cheaper things, the level of competition can't be lower.
No, of course he can, because there is those who look. The more your product is priceful, the more the market is valuable. The more you will have those copier that want to have the same a little bit of this market. Okay, small like une bouchée. I don't know how to say, like a bite.
Yeah.
Okay, a bite from this market. They will copy you. They will do the same thing like you. They would outsource the product. They will make it cheaper than you, twice cheaper than you, and they would just gain this small, and they would be happy with that. So it's quite risky.
But as well, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
How many of this high-priced leather shoes you know? like really good ones, like Gucci, for example. It's like 20, 30 years maximum.
Not even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many cheap belts you've seen on like in the shops?
Cheap belts.
Yeah.
The thing is, yeah, I'm okay with you. I'm not against it.
Mhm.
But I want you to understand that you have to consider everything when you take a decision as a leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
You have to take all, because this one is not bad and this one is not bad. Okay, you have to consider. Okay, I might have $400,000 without investing everything, not making effort, and at the end of the year I would have $400,000. Oh, I'm risky. I would go for a risky one, and I would gain like 1 million at least.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. Let's go for 1.5. Okay, but I have to consider this and this and this and this and this. I'm not missing anything. I have to think about what? About the environment I'm living in. Am I going to export them? Am I going to sell them here? Am I going to outsource my parts? Am I going to look at the supply chain? Am I going to? You have to consider everything, every single thing. Otherwise,
Can I just
yes,
show you the really simple one, just
Yeah.
to calculate?
Uh-huh.
If there is an example like this, it means that they already producing some leather stuff.
Uh-huh.
If the shoes, as they said, quality
Uh-huh.
of the production is not that important, but it's still important, but it's not that important. It means that they have this quality leather already. They have this channel to receive this leather. They don't need to spend much money on this.
Yes,
They need to spend about $0.5 million on new machinery about this. If they will risk, they will receive 1.5 million as a profit.
Exactly.
Or if they will go for this one, they will never gonna spend nothing on this production thing.
This is how you discuss it, okay?
Then they will receive 400,000 profit. But if they will fail there after a year, they
Which
can,
one? A or B?
A.
Yeah.
If they will fail on this one,
Uh-huh.
they will join this one, and in the 2 years, they will have profit
Back.
from their usual business and 400 back for the loss of 1.5.
You know, Nikita, when you fail in a business, it's rarely helping. It's you are going to get your head out of the water
But it's all about
with
like,
a lot of difficulties.
but it's more about like expanding the business. They already have a business. It means that they're making something.
Yes, but they are going to invest from their money.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's-
from their own money.
They're not going to invest from their salary, and they going to invest from their loan or their like savings. It means that they will use them, then they can like get them back from using the option B. On the 1 to 3 years, they will make profit out of this, and they still will receive this profit.
Look,
It's like a risk. but
look
it's-
at the revenue.
Yeah.
In 2016, it has been only 240,000. Can they afford to invest like $2 million, like you said? The 10 of them have 240,000 a year. What do you
They
think?
don't need to invest millions. They need to invest 1.5 million.
Do they have 0.5? It's $500,000.
Yeah, you can calculate from 2014 to 2016, and if there are 10 of them, they can make.
But this
loans
is to divide between 10 of them.
between 10 of them, but there is 10 of them, and for each of them, they can make a loan from the bank.
Yeah,
and
this
do
is
that.
how you have to consider that as well. This is what I wanted you to think
I
about.
would actually risk if it was my company.
You are adventurous, you know that. You have to think about everything. This is what I mean. You have to balance. Is it fine to go and look for a new channel? You risk to not find new channel. You find risks. you find competitors, you find you are interrupted by suppliers, you are not provided with raw materials for 2 or 3 months because there is a failure in providing raw materials. There is a lot of risk. So you have to calculate the risk. If you have money, take the risk. You don't have money, don't take the risk.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay? Otherwise, you won't be able to survive from it. Okay? Any question, Nikita? If you have any question, ask me.
Not really. I'm fine, I guess, with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you gain from it? What did you learn today?
Actually, lots of things I already can't remember. But
You have to remember.
I have a really bad memory, but I will remember.
But this is why you need to take notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I just don't have this paper with me.
Shall we review just the first question, because people have missed the first one, okay? And you are going to resume it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the first one?
The first one, define the term long-term source of finance.
It's actually.
I need you to remember, otherwise I will put a bullet in here in my head. I will feel like I didn't teach you anything. Long-term finance, you need what to be able to finance something? Long-term source of finance, a source to finance your something. Think about the words.
You need to have this like assets to have this long-term source of finance.
Okay, and the finance expand production. Okay,
Is it
it's a form of financing. Okay, that is provided for more than 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
it's over 1 year. Less than 1 year, you don't have profit. But when you have profit, it's financing. Where do you get this financing? Bank. Okay, really good. What do you need to provide a bank to have a loan?
Assets.
Okay, really good. A proof that you are able to pay back.
Yeah.
Okay, so those assets, how you can represent them as what?
As a like house, car,
building,
raw materials.
Actually, you can't with a small car, okay? Because every year it's devaluated.
Yeah.
Okay.
True. Yeah.
So cars.
Houses.
What we say inside the company, you have those
raw materials.
Raw materials. Okay. Yeah. Lands. Okay.
Yeah, as well.
Okay. Those are the guarantee you're giving a company. Okay. To provide you with a loan. Okay.
Finance.
Mm-hmm.
There is a few words like a finance, actives and cash. All of them the same in the brackets. Okay. But for different things they use like in a different.
Okay. Assets means what is not cash or flow, or what you have as materials, buildings that is in your that would help you evaluate your company.
What about actives?
Actives, sometimes you have shares, okay, in another company or in the same company, okay. Those are actives.
That's correct.
Okay, and the cash flow, it's what the money you have in the bank, not the assets. Okay, it's the cash.
And the finance.
Finance is all that. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I just now understand. I remember this partly, but now it's like in my mind. Yeah, great.
D'accord. Would you like something to read about that, or would you like a resume about that?
I'll ask my dad maybe a bit more deeply about this.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, I think we are done. Shall we stop broadcasting?
I think so.
Et voilà, bravo. I think we have to go up. Okay, stop broadcast.